Good morning. This is the Ox
And Q Show.
in the morning. And Ox, you had a special saying because we had been watching a little bit yesterday. I came over and watched a little football. What was the saying you had?
This is the morning halftime show.
All right, I like that. The morning halftime show. That's for sure. We've been hitting on some themes, and it looks like you've brought out some tools I think we're going to use in this video as a demonstration to stay on the right path. What's one of the tools you brought on?
Well, I've been working on the sobriety time machine, and it hasn't really worked out yet. So, anyways, but there's a lot of tools that we need to use to obtain our sobriety and to stay sober. And one of them is we need to learn to stay level-headed.
All right, I like that. Level-headed, no doubt about that.
If we're not level-headed, then it means we're just falling apart, and we got to stay balanced a little bit.
I agree with that wholeheartedly, and that's where when you're not level-headed, you have a tendency to lose it. And when you lose it, you have trouble pulling it together. We don't have time for that, so we have to stay level-headed. What's the next one?
Right. Well, at least I'm not hammered anymore.
Oh, good. So you're not going to use that on me, are you?
Not if you're nice to me.
Okay, I like that. Excellent. And then you have one other tool. I like this. So we have level, not hammered, and...
You got to find a new vice.
All right, that's right.
In your life.
Mm-hmm.
Get a grip on things. Sometimes it takes a certain tool. We have a bag full of tools, and we got to pick the right tool. Just because we don't use that tool doesn't mean we won't need it later in our sobriety and in our life.
That's right. We got to keep that tool bag close by and reach in there from time to time and pull out the right one to stay centered, right, in the center of the boat. We're not tipping over. We're staying centered. And if we can do that, we are successful, I think, daily.
Right.
What do you think?
I think that's totally true. If I invent the sobriety time machine, maybe I can have several years clean. Doesn't work like that, does it?
Well, it can. From what I've seen in recovery, any kind of recovery, it's a daily process. That's all you get. And you just got to not outthink it, but just do it daily. All you get is 24 hours. And so you got to put some of those together, and pretty soon you have years. And then you can swim to that island of serenity. But so many people, they just don't get there. And so they go through life kind of mixed up and not ever reaching that peace and that serenity that we all want to get to.
What if you don't know how to swim?
Well, that's just it. You got to learn how to swim. You got to get rid of your character defects, which are the rocks that hang around your neck. And if you can't get rid of those character defects or work on them, you're going to sink to the bottom.
And I think our higher power and the 12-step program is our life preserver.
That is correct.
Amen.
This has been the Ox
and Q Show.
Exclusively from where?
The morning halftime show.
I love that.